Okay, you guys. We are live. I'm kind of looking at my screen share here. Thank you guys all for hopping on. Please give me a text. Let's see here. Hang on just one second. Please give me a text if you guys, somebody message and say that you can hear me. I know you can't see me. Figure this. Hang on. Give me just a second, you guys. For some reason, I am not finding, or it's not connecting. So give me just a second to figure this out. Person. Hang on just one second. For some reason, I am not. Okay, I think I got it. All right, you guys. Will someone please text and let me know that you can see the screen and what it says is Renegade Society Weekly Team Call. Topic, why you're not inviting and how to start. You guys, I'm going to assume that you can. Thank you guys for hopping on. My name is Suzanne Beck, and it is our team call, our weekly team call. First of all, welcome you guys all here. And I thought this was a really, really important topic. I think getting back to basics, making sure that we are doing the basics is extremely important in this business, and it's easy to get sidetracked. It's easy to get so many things. Hang on. So many things that get us off track. There's so many like butterflies that and glittery things that between social media and everything else, that we really need to get back to the bare bones of our business, which is to do our basic to-do list, which we call phase one, is definitely inviting. And the importance of inviting is so critical, you guys. I know that we definitely want to build relationships and we definitely want to network. All of this goes hand in hand. But if we're not inviting, then you basically don't have a business. It's crucial that you're inviting. So, and I think this is probably the one thing that most people get hung up on. And I'm just speaking from experience. I know I did. New coach, I had a really hard time getting over the fear of inviting. And I could talk to people, I could message and build relationships, and I worked really hard at that. But for some reason, I had like this hang up about inviting. So I figured if I did, I know that there are others who do too. So your mind at ease. And, so I wanted to make sure that we did a team call regarding inviting. Let's see. So first and foremost, what is inviting? And inviting, you know what? Simply planting a seed. It is definitely just putting it out there, just inviting. It doesn't have to be formal. It doesn't have to be any big deal whatsoever. It's important that you realize to let go of the outcome and just simply invite people. But you must have something that you're inviting to all the time. You must have something, that whether it is a sneak peek, whether it's a free you know, like some type of, you know, free group or clean week or challenge group or to the coaching opportunity. You always have to have something that you're inviting to every single day. And it's crucial that you have like that set. So you want to sit down, you want to make sure that, you know, you look at your calendar and you write down when you're going to do a challenge group. You write down when you're going to do, you know, maybe like a crock pot recipe free group or whatever, or clean week. We now have clean week, which is awesome in our back office that you can use. Beachbody heard us with these free groups and they set that up for us. And but always have something that you're inviting to. So first of all, you're going to define what you're trying to do. And I want you to understand right away what inviting is and what it's not. And definitely what it's not is, you know, information overload. It's not just, you know, giving all the details, like all the information, all the, you know, everything, so that there's no, you know, there's no about it. So definitely don't give all the information. Don't word vomit. Don't, you know, don't be information right away. Don't word vomit of everything the company that we have or the products that we have and all of that stuff. Don't do that. You know, and understand that the initial invite is not closing the deal. Let go of the outcome. And it can be just as simple as, hey, you know, I have a new wellness group starting at the end of the month. You know, I'd love to have you in there. Would you like, you know, would you like to learn more about it? Simple. And you're just, again, you're just inviting them to learn more. You can invite them to a phone call, a sneak peek, a webinar, all those things we covered, you know, a clean eating group. Sorry, guys. Let me straighten that up. A clean eating group, whatever, you know what I mean? Always, again, have something that you're inviting to. And it's just, the invite is just an initial touch point, inviting them to let them see what you're doing. And make sure that you're, you know, why you can offer that solution. And you definitely want to make sure that you're, you know, identifying their needs first. You know, want to ask questions. And that's why it's so important that you don't give all the information right away, because you really need to have a conversation if they want, you know, with that person and find out what their needs are. You definitely need to make sure that you're finding out what their needs are and where they're at in their life, and just ask a lot of questions, because you have a solution and you can help them. And it's important that you know, that you listen. So again, always have something that you are inviting to. I think we covered that. Hang on. I'm going to move on to the next slide. So I hope you guys can see this, because mine is kind of odd here. There we go. So who do you invite to? And this is normally what blocks people. You feel like you don't have anyone to invite to, or you feel like maybe you've already invited everyone. If you are constantly in conversation with people and adding to your network, you won't feel that lack. And so you won't be worried about the no's. So it's so important that, again, you build that, you know, you're networking, you're making new friends each and every day. You are, you know, relationships, you're posting, you're talking about what you're doing, you're showing what you're doing, and every single day you're having conversations. And if you're doing that, then you're not, and you always have something that you're going to invite to, then you're not going to have any lack of invites. You're not going to have a run up where you just don't have anyone to talk to anymore. So the networking has to be there, you guys. You have to be inviting. You have to be sending those friend requests, you know, networking and making new friends. And that's why it's so important to invite every single day. And don't get caught in the trap of like only talking to a few people. And when they say no, then you're like, well, nobody wanted to, join my challenge. Because you must constantly, constantly inviting. If all your eggs are in one basket, that's when you're going to feel like there's no one to invite to. And if you're only talking to the same people and you're only inviting the same people, again, you're going to have that, you're going to have that problem where you're going to run out of people to talk to. So definitely make sure that you're networking. Make sure that you are building that relationship. Posting is so important, and reaching out to those who like your post, all that, it all like kind of goes hand in hand together. And if they say no, which obviously people are going to say no, let that go. Get out of the mindset that you're trying to get a yes, or that you're trying to get a sale, or or sell a challenge pack, or get in the mindset of legitly trying to help someone. And if they say no, still talk to them, because you legitimately care. You admit it. That was funny. You legitimately care about who they are and what they're doing. You guys, we're just in the business where we hear no every single day, and you can't let that discourage you. You just absolutely can't. You have to take that. You can't take anything personally. You have to take that whole there too. Just keep on talking to them. Keep being a friend. Keep keep building that relationship, and invite the people who are ready. Add value and build relationships through your posts and your messages. So the people who are responding to your posts, the people who you are, that you're having conversations with, and you're building that relationship, and it's totally fine to invite. Of course, we want to build relationships, and we want to, do that, obviously. But don't wait too long. That was one thing that I struggled with as well, because I found myself that I would wait too long. And there's a lot of times, and, they're talking to other people as well. And, all of a sudden I would find out that, oh yeah, I became a coach, or I'm doing this challenge. And it was because I took, I took too long to do the invite. So don't get hung up on that either. Make sure that you're just, it's so simple, you guys. Don't fear the invite. Just do it. Just be a friend. Make it simple. And, don't hang on. Don't try to worry about the outcome. I know that can be hard to do, but I'm sorry, you guys. I'm having just kind of a weird thing with my screen here. So I'm having to go through and move it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Anyway, so let's talk about mental blocks. So in finding, I think what happens is I think this is pretty much legitly, everybody has felt like this. And you're not alone. I'm not alone. We all have felt like this. So let's talk about it. Mental block number 1, struggle with feeling worthy, right? Only touch one person with your post that day. Make a promise to yourself that you're still going to show up and you're going to give value anyway, because you know that people need this. And that's where you need to, really believe, just sit down and think about, what the workouts have done for you, what Shakeology has done for you, how it's changed your life. And you are absolutely worthy. We have, oh my gosh, we have the best products available. You just sit down and think about what Beachbody has done for you, what, that workout, what, everything. And know that, what, you were one of those people who said yes, and you're not the only one. Beachbody is smart because they only make products that are in high demand. They study this, they research it. This is what people want. So go in there with that confidence and know that you are worthy and that you have amazing tools that are life-changing, that are in your back pocket, and you can help people. All right, don't don't think to yourself that, no one needs this, because they do. And that's one of those mental blocks. Like you're not totally believing what you have to offer is valuable. So definitely, I think, take a look at your own, like, are you drinking Shakeology every single day? Are you doing the programs? Are you working out? Are you showing that the products do actually work? And that's on you. That's your responsibility. And because when you do that, then you're going to have everybody watching you, and they're going to see, you're going to show them, and they're going to want what you have. So definitely, make a self check and make sure that you're doing that yourself. Because if you're not doing that, then maybe you're not believing that you're feeling worthy, or that you're not believing in what Beachbody has. You have to be proof that the products worked, or that they work. So mental block number 2 is you feel like a fraud because you haven't had success yet. I hear this so often, especially with financial success. You're waiting for the huge results, the massive income, the big success story before inviting. But guess what? We're all on a journey. It's okay if you haven't had that financial success. It's okay if you're in the beginning of your fitness journey. That's totally okay, because people are going to watch you, and they're going to want to join that journey with you. Sometimes you look at, coaches, and you see this amazing transformation, or you see that they, are super high earners, and you think that they have it easy because of that. But truthfully, you know what? Every single coach has to do the exact same thing. And sometimes when you're just starting your journey, you're so much more relatable than someone who looks like a fitness model, or someone who's earning, thousands and thousands of dollars each week, because, sometimes that to people. So never discount where you're at in your journey. Never discount that, even if you have 100 pounds to lose, that's where I feel like you can make such a huge difference, and you can inspire so many people. And, and talk about successes that you do have, that you have had. It can be totally not weight related. It can be just the support system. If it's all those non-scale victories. It's the fact that you have, you got to think of all the success that you had yet. And you really need to talk about that and be open about that, and fill people in on how they can get what you have. Don't undervalue what you have gotten, and have you had a mental shift? Do you think differently? Have you noticed an emotional breakthrough? Have you made more friends? Are you working towards, a goal? Are you working hard towards it? Those are all massive confidence boosters. And truthfully, most people just need someone to believe in them, and they need to see from you that, you know what I mean? They need to see from you those steps each and every day, even if they're baby steps. And that's why it's so important, you guys, that you share your journey, that you are, vulnerable and honest with your social media and with your posts, and that people see that, if you can do it, they can too. And that's when you're going to inspire. Feel like you don't have anything to offer. Hang on just a second. Okay, I think we need to go to the next one. Sorry, you guys. Okay, mental block number 3. You're afraid of hearing the word no, and this is huge. Oh my goodness. First of all, you need to just totally stop. You need to, first of all, understand that you are going to hear the word no, and you are going to hear it a lot. And it's so silly to be afraid of. I think, and I'm the same way. I've done the same thing. All these things I have gone through myself, and even still, but that okay to hear the word no. And that does not mean that you are not a good coach. It doesn't mean that you're a failure, although sometimes it can get very discouraging. And that's where you really have to up the, the personal development. And you have to like ask yourself why. Like, why upset? And then realize that it's not a personal attack. It's not, you can't take hearing no personally. You have to decide for yourself that it is okay if they say no. You have to realize that you are going to hear no. And it's okay. They're just not ready yet. And there's so many variables that are outside of your control. You cannot control what they're going to say or where they're at in their journey or where they're at, just mentally, worried about failing or just not there yet. And so that's okay, because think of how long it took you to say yes. Probably bet you that you guys, every one of you, didn't automatically say yes. When somebody invited you, you didn't go, yep, let's do it. That, and you have to realize if it took you some time, it's going to take other people some time too. And that's where you have to let go of the outcome. And that's why, so easy if you just let go of the outcome. And realize that it's okay for people to say no. The important thing is that you continue to be a friend and you continue to try to help them no matter what. Again, I feel that I feel like fitness and health is very, very personal to people. And you know what? We're all not in the same place, and that's okay. It may not be their time yet. They may just not be mentally ready. And you know what? When the time comes, if you're still their friend and you're still reaching out to them and building that relationship and even, giving them value, making sure that, offer them, offer them something, like give them a meal plan, give them, some recipes, give them ideas, give them ways that they can start incorporating being healthy into their life right now, even if they're not joining your challenge. Like offer, tips on grocery shopping, offer, just offer value to people, because the minute they're ready, they're going to come to you and they're going to say, I'm ready, let's do this. So don't be afraid of the no's. And in fact, those no's are the people that you are going to like absolutely give so much value to. Okay. You're not imposing on them. Nothing bad is happening. They are, they are not telling you no because they're being rude or they're, you can't take it personally. And again, for me, I always like to ask why. I always feel like sometimes, communication isn't always there, especially if you're just messaging, but really getting to know why, what's, what it is, like dig deep. It's okay to ask questions. Is it is it they just don't have the money right now? Is it they're afraid of failing? They've tried so many things that, and nothing has worked. And, like really get to know what's going on, what's going on in their head. And I tell you what, you do that and you're going to be different. You're going to be the one who cares. So make sure that you're doing that. I have to scroll down here because I can't read it. What I'm seeing is, what if you invited your best friend to come over for dinner and they said no because it was a bad time or like they were busy? Hang on. And that is as far as I can see, I think. Hang on. But like, and you took it personally and you didn't ask why. And maybe you felt like, oh, they totally rejected you or they don't like you and they don't want to spend time with you. And you thought you were friends and, it's like it can snowball, right? So, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's just because, it's a bad time, but let's do it another time. You see where I'm coming from here? Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay. How to make your post work towards your invites. This is huge, you guys. Offer something of value without mentioning the business or products. Make sure that you're posting. You have to be consistent on social media. And a really good way to make sure that people, first of all, people have to see what you're doing. They have to see that health is important to you. Fitness is important to you. Um, Shakeology is important to you. What you're doing, coaching is important to you. So, but you always, always, the immediate goal has to be that connection, that engagement, that, building relationships, offering them value. So make sure that you're doing that with all of your posts. Be intentional about that. Give tips that have worked for you. And that's where people really love, and it can be so simple, you guys. Like, it doesn't have to be super formal. Like, give tips that have worked for you. Like, just, setting your workout clothes out, at night and putting them, for me, like, I put them in the bathroom so that when I get up in the morning and I go to the bathroom, my clothes and everything are already waiting right there for me. And then I can just put them on right then and there. I don't have to search for them. I don't have to turn the light on when somebody else, like my husband's sleeping. And I don't have to like turn the lights on and go through my drawers. So give that kind of stuff. Grocery shopping, give tips on, um, for you, offer value. Videos of your workout are amazing. You know what? If you can even just 30-minute, or not 30-minute, 30-second, videos of you just doing a certain move and, offering that tip. That's huge, you guys. You don't have to mention the name of the program. You don't have to, you don't have to be so like, oh, got my workout in today. I did 21-day fix and I feel amazing. Like, don't go that route. Do the, offer tips, offer value, show like a clip of one of the moves, like whether, and you can keep it simple. It can be like literally 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And then just say, hey, this one's awesome for the core. Or this is going to like really work your triceps. And you show a little clip, you give a little brief description, whatever, because then they're going to be coming to you and they're going to say, hey, like what, people love that. They love that. So that's a great way to gear your posts. That's a great way to definitely be, that curiosity marketing where people, if you just, what we're learning now is with social media and Facebook, it's like you don't want to just talk about Shakeology and like have somebody be able to Google it and then just go buy it. You want to leave a little bit of curiosity in there so that people will come to you and they'll ask you what you're doing. They'll ask you what you're drinking. They're going to ask you. So about that when you do your posts. Hang on. Share your personal development. I think that's a great tip. There's never like not something that if you're ever wondering like, what do I post? Go live and just talk about the book that you're reading right now and why you like it, and share just something about it. And people are going to respond to that. They're going to see you, and it's not going to be like this formal thing, but, share your personal development, share a quote, share, why something, stuck out to you. Think of what people need to see. So, what inspires you? Like, what is it that like motivates you like crazy when you see it from like other pages or other fitness pages? And see, and if it's motivating to you, then realize that people who are like you and who are going to be attracted to you, that's going to motivate them too. So take that into consideration. Your goal is for them to think of you when they need advice on their health and fitness, right? So you don't want to, that's where, they said, and talking about social media, you want to be careful that you're not just like telling them, hey, I'm doing 21-day fix, so that they can Google 21-day fix and then just buy it for themselves and then be assigned a coach, and you'll never know it. You know what I mean? Same thing with Shakeology. They can Google it, they can buy it themselves, and where you're not going to be the one that can help them and that can be their guide and their mentor. So make sure that, take that into consideration. Hang on just 1 second. Got to realign. Be authentically you. Don't just post about fitness or personal development. People want to see you. They don't care about, you know, they they don't want to see someone who doesn't like dig deeper than the surface stuff. You know what I mean? So definitely, you know, fitness and personal development and all that kind of stuff is amazing. Motivation is amazing. Make sure that your face look so that when you do post, like they're seeing you, and share your goofy and funny side. Share, you know, share what scares you, share what motivates you. Don't worry about being the perfect coach. It's like you're talking to one best friend, that one best friend, and don't make it about you, make it about them. You know what? Sense to you. Like, it's okay to like, I mean, obviously you don't want to go onto Facebook and you don't want to, you know, you don't want to like put on the like the highlight reel, nor do you want to go on Facebook and put on like complain and like share every awful thing that has happened to you. You know what I mean? But it's okay to show your true personality, like bring you to the table. Like if you're goofy, then be goofy. If you have a funny side of you, then show it. Like connect with. So don't worry about being, you know, a perfect coach or what everybody else is doing. Like just be you and do it in such a relatable way that people want, you know, they're going to come to you, they're going to reach out, they're going to ask you questions because that's the goal. That's the goal. And that's where, you know, the invite comes in. And that's where it's so easy and it's so much fun because you're not trying to be anybody else. You're not trying to do what top coaches are doing. You're not trying to do, you know what I mean? You're simply like just being you, and you can, you know, you can talk to people and relate to people. And that's the goal, is that you simply help them. So yeah, with your social media and with building relationships and all those things tie in together. But again, nothing will happen in your business if you're not inviting. And you just simply have to invite every single day to something. So make sure, and just to wrap this all up, make sure, you know, that you are inviting to something every single day. And, you know, and strive for 5 to 10. Strive to, well, not strive. How about this? You don't shut down your computer until you invite at least 5 people to whatever you have set up, whether it be a challenge group, a sneak peek, a clean week, you know, whatever it is, a coaching call, a what is coaching call, a webinar. And don't forget like Super Saturdays. If you have events, those are perfect times to invite your friends to come with you, or people that you know that live close to you, to come with you and see what Beachbody is all about. So make sure that you're inviting to events. Always have something that you're inviting to, and just do it every single day. If you're only inviting like 1 week out of the month, or if you're only, you know, if you have a challenge date set that you want to start your challenge, and you've invited to that, and lo and behold, the date comes and no one's joining you, then what I would do is I'd set the date then a little bit later, maybe a week later, maybe 2 weeks later, and I would continually just keep inviting. And I would, you know what, I would reach out and I would just keep inviting. And that's where, you know, make sure that you have that in your mind. It's okay if people say no. That is totally okay. It's that simple. If I don't have anybody that's going to join me in a challenge on the 23rd of this month, which was a couple days ago, then I already have my next date set, which is November 6th. And then I'm going to have the cutoff point, the deadline to order by I think October like 20, I don't know, I have to look at my calendar, like 7, or 28. And so that it gives them plenty of time, but I'm just going to keep inviting you guys, keep inviting. And if people, same thing with the coaching opportunity, just keep inviting. And then always follow up. And I know I'm kind of going off on this, it's taking a little bit, but that's inviting too. When you follow up with someone from the previous month, or you follow up from someone that you introduce a business to, you keep following up, you keep being there, you keep being a friend, you keep offering value, and it's all going to happen. I promise you. I think probably every single one of my personally sponsored coaches joined me, like, I don't know, it probably took a year. You know what I mean? And that's where you have to be here. You can't try this for a month, for 3 months, because what you do right now is your business 3 months from now. It's your business 6 months from now, a year from now. You have to be in it for the long haul. And it's so important, people, that they see that you're doing it. Because if you give up and you quit, or you do something else, you have just lost so much trust. You know what I mean? It's like you have shown people that trust you and that you didn't believe in what you were doing. So you guys, you have to be here. You have to plan on being here at least a year. At least. And I'm here for life. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm here for life. I know 10 years from now I'm going to be here. I know 20 years from now I'm going to be here. And so, I don't give up on people. And I know that one day, it may be no right now, but when they're ready, they're going to come to me. And so definitely make sure that, you're in it to help people, and you're in it for the long haul. And that shows people too, like, people are watching and they're going to see what you're going to do. There's so much stuff out there, you guys. There's so many opportunities out there. And people will jump from opportunity to opportunity. And you know what? And that's what people are watching, because then, I don't know, I just feel like then you're not, then you're not, I don't know, because that's just not me. Like, I committed to this because I believe in it 1000%. And that's where it's okay. That's where I know in my head, like, when I get those no's, it's okay. I'm going to keep inviting. I'm going to be here, and I'm going to, I'm going to show you why this is the real deal, why I've been a coach for 7 years. And, and it's just, you're just showing people, like, your belief. You're showing people your belief. Keep on inviting, keep being a product of the product. You must, that's an absolute must. If you're not drinking Shakeology, I promise you, no one else will. Your team won't. And if you have a team and you won't have challengers that do, you won't have a challenge. You won't be filling challenges. It's so important that you are a product of the product, and that you're doing the programs, you're working out, you're walking the walk, and you're walking the talk as well. So I think I'm going to leave you with that. Let's see. Questions. Definitely, I want to hear your questions, you guys. And if you post in the team page under the link for this call, we can go over any questions while we're live. So hang on. I'm going to, whoops. Hang on. Now, let's see if I can, I don't know. Can you still see me? I think you can. And everything on my, do you have any questions whatsoever? Can you see, like, my, I'm just going all over the place here. Anyways, why don't we do this? put down any questions. I'm going to go to the page, the Renegade Society team page, and let's post any questions there, and we will help you if you have anything that you're struggling with, any type of, whatever it is. We'll talk about it right there, because I clearly don't know how to do technology. So anyways, all right, thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's make this the best week. Let's go out and do it, you guys. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.